What's going on, Curaleaf traders and investors? It's Rod with Pow Group. Welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ Stocks, crypto assets, news, and interviews. Today's Tuesday, February 6th. Hope you're doing awesome. And in this video, we're going to take a look at Curaleaf. There's some news with regards to them buying a Polish company, a pharmaceutical MJ company. Is going to only reinforce their position in Europe, and we're going to take a look at the chart as well. There is a daily bull flag targeting more upside continuation. We'll give you the targets here in just a moment, but before we get to it, make sure to smash the like. It helps support me and the channel. Doesn't cost you anything. If you're new, you can subscribe, all that good stuff. Take the bell, you'll be notified on any future videos or when I go live. And as always, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. You should never ever buy or sell anything based on anything that I write or anything that I say. Full disclosure, I do own a boatload of Curaleaf stock as well. And you can give us a follow over on X, which is formerly Twitter. The handle for that is @GroupPow, the best way for me to get real-time updates out of the community. And if you haven't seen my video on my MJ portfolio for 2024 update, you can check out that video. And spoiler alert, Curaleaf is my second biggest holding. Extremely bullish on Curaleaf long-term. So loving this news here today. Curaleaf International acquires Can4 Med, expanding its presence in Poland's growing medical MJ market. And we know that they were the second to uplist to the Toronto Stock Exchange following TerrAscend. And that's going to pave the way for U.S. uplisting as well. We're going to see, uplisting to the U.S. major exchanges like the NYSE and the NASDAQ. And this is just a stepping stone to get there. But very bullish on Curaleaf. We know that they have presence in Florida as well, with Florida potentially on the ballot for 2024. It's looking like that's pretty much going to be a done deal. And then I would say, 70-80% chance that it gets enacted into law at some point in 2025. Curaleaf will be a huge beneficiary of that. Germany coming online potentially April 1st. For adult use. And then there's been even rumors circulating that Curaleaf could potentially buy Cronos here in Canada, which I think would be a great move that would give them their into the Canadian market. And a lot of MSOs are going to become LPs, and a lot of LPs are going to become MSOs eventually, right? That's where we're going to be going. And then rescheduling, uplisting to the NYSE. Like, there's so many catalysts coming down the pipeline. I just did a video on the MJ Act review up for the MJ Act in Canada up for review, and that's going to just continue to add to the sector-wide momentum. But I think that Curaleaf is definitely going to be one of the top 5, if not top 3, biggest companies in the MJ space globally. So this is great news. So today, Curaleaf Holdings and Europe's largest vertically integrated MJ company is pleased to announce its acquisition of Can4 Med, a prominent pharmaceutical wholesaler specializing in cannabinoid medications in Poland. This strategic move marks a significant milestone for both companies and underscores Curaleaf's commitment to enhancing patient access to high-quality medical MJ products across Europe. Poland boasts one of Europe's largest patient populations seeking medical MJ. By joining forces with Can4 Med, Curaleaf International gains a strong foothold in this dynamic market, allowing it to serve patients more effectively and expand its product offerings. This acquisition represents a significant step forward for Curaleaf International. Poland's medical MJ market is expanding rapidly, and our partnership with Can4 Med allows us to better serve patients while driving growth across Europe, said Matt Darren, CEO of Curaleaf. We are thrilled that Can4 Med, a pioneering force in Poland's MJ market, has joined forces with Curaleaf, the global leader in MJ. This acquisition marks a significant milestone in our journey, ensuring an unparalleled supply chain that positions us to meet and exceed the demands of the entire Polish market. Partnering with Curaleaf not only reinforces our commitment to quality and accessibility, but also signifies a new era of growth and possibilities for both companies and our customers, said Maximilian Weinberg, founder of Can4 Med. As Poland positions itself at the forefront of the European MJ market, its substantial population of 38 million is poised to catalyze significant growth and innovation in the sector, which is basically the size of Canada, right? So crazy. The Polish Pharmaceutical Chamber estimates that the potential number of medical MJ users could reach 300,000, while the number of legal MJ users, both medical and CBD, is expected to reach 1.3 million by 2026, so just in a couple of years. In 2023 alone, the country witnessed a remarkable surge in MJ adoption, medical MJ adoption at that, with over 300,000 kgs distributed in Poland, reflecting a growing acceptance and recognition of its therapeutic benefits. And as we know, HHS recommended moving it from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3, meaning that it does have medical benefits, right? It's medicine, medicine of the future. We've been saying on this channel, spreading the MJ gospel for many years at this point, and will continue to do so until my very last breath on this earth. This development is supported by an extensive network of medical professionals authorized to prescribe MJ. Despite the complex registration process that producers and patients must navigate, Curaleaf International, through its subsidiary 420 Pharma, has emerged as a leading force, securing its position as one of the only licensed producers in the Polish market. This exclusive status underscores Curaleaf's strategic foresight and commitment to meeting the rigorous and compliance and quality standards required to operate in this burgeoning market, setting a benchmark for excellence and reliability in the European MJ industry. So this is massive. We also had an update here from Connoisseurs.io on X. Give them a follow. Or her. Boris Jordan mentioned something on the Bloomberg Businessweek interview that many missed. We're about to launch a drug that will address pain medication. We're working together with Imperial College of London, and it will be a big competitor to opioids. So, like I said, there's lots going on here behind the scenes. There's no doubt in my mind that Curaleaf is going to be an absolute juggernaut as well, and that's reflected in my positioning size in my MJ portfolio being my number 2 position. But we'll take a look at the chart here and what to expect in terms of price action in the days, weeks, months ahead. If we take a look at the daily time frame right now, it is a daily bullish continuation pattern, and that is a daily bull flag. We had our brief consolidation period and a daily higher low, which resulted in a hold of the 0.32 fib there at 529 USD on the OTC. So we're looking at CURLF, and anything over that 0.32 fib there at 528 was a potential bull flag. And we hit 525, so we'll consider that a save and a lower wick there. And in order to confirm this daily bull flag, we need to break the high of the bounce at 579. In order to negate it, we need to lose the low there at 525. So if we lose 525, we're probably heading back down to EMA 26, which will put us around $4.87. But if we continue the momentum and we hold that support and we break resistance at 579, that's going to confirm it. And then you just take your measured move from the low to the high, move it out to your 0.32 fib, and it's saying here that if confirmed, we're targeting about $6.83 USD. And then there was some news circulating that we could get a big announcement with regards to MJ this week. Whether or not that's rescheduling, safer banking update, we'll see. But more than likely going to see some sort of update with regards to rescheduling to Schedule 3 and the DEA decision at some point between now and the end of April, in my opinion. But this is looking great for upside continuation. Today we hit a high of 578, so we got very close. It's basically a double top there at 579. So all about 579, break that, then we could easily see more upside of roughly 18% as we look for that daily bull flag target and measured move to be met. But in terms of the weekly time frame, we're in a daily uptrend. We're on the weekly time frame here. We have key resistance there at 580 as well. So 580, 579, now 578. So pretty much a triple top there at that key resistance. But get above 580, and we have the lack of resistance on the price action to 790 there on the weekly time frame. But we're in a weekly uptrend as well, with our low, high, higher low, and higher high. Very brief higher low there on the weekly time frame, but we'll consider that a higher low nonetheless. And then we're also in a monthly uptrend as well. If you just ignore this little bit of a lower wick there, I think that was just mostly an anomaly going stop loss hunting. And then if we take a look at, say, Cura on the NEO exchange, it actually held support. So we had support there at 346 Canadian and it hit 348. And then Curaleaf on the TSX, we have a little bit of lack of trading history, right? So usually why I chart CURLF now or Curia on the NEO exchange. But in terms of the weekly time frame, well above the 10-week moving average. We're parabolic on the stochastic and the MACD. All signs are go there on the weekly time frame. And then we're getting above the 100 weekly, and we're approaching the 200 weekly there at 754. If you take a look at some other names like GTBIF, for example, it got very, very close to its 200 weekly moving average. So if Curaleaf CURLF were to do something similar, that would put us around 750. And then in terms of the daily time frame, we had a golden cross as well, and we avoided a death cross, and we're above all of our daily moving averages. We're above 2 out of our 3 key weekly moving averages with the 200 in sight. So this is looking really, really good, and it's definitely one of the leaders in the space, technically speaking. And I think it's going to be a huge beneficiary of the German market, and just absolutely bullish, super bullish on this company long term. And I think they're absolutely going to dominate. Just imagine when they removed 280E. Boris Jordan, I've already done a video on this as well. You can check it out. But Boris Jordan said that they would already be paying a dividend to shareholders more than likely if it weren't for 280E tax code alone. They've already paid over 350 million. It's probably north of 400 million at this point to the US government just under 280E alone. So imagine if that was hitting their bottom line. And he said that Boris Jordan believes that MJ companies are going to be very high cash flowing businesses, right? And lots of dividends as well in the future. But we got to take that incremental approach, and we got to get to profitability across the sector first, not just 1, 2 individual names in the sector. But yeah, it's kind of we just have to be patient, right? It's the name of the game. And like Warren Buffett always says, the stock market is a mechanism from transferring wealth from the impatient to the patient. So which one are you, right? I'm here for it though. Super bullish on Curaleaf long term. Love the company, love the catalyst that they have coming, and never been a more exciting time to be involved in MJ. But going to end it there, it's Rod with POW Group. Thanks again for joining us on the Pursuit of Wealth. Let me know what you think of this news in the comments section below. We'll continue the conversation there. Have a great one. We'll see you again on the next video.